And now, broadcasting live from the Ginger and Baker studio in the heart of the Music District in Old Town, Fort Collins, Colorado. It's Live at Lunch here on KRFC 88.9 FM, streaming live on krfcfm.org. I'm your host today, David V., and today's musical guest is Lauren Frihauf.
1, 2, 3.
You think of no everlasting relationships, but I can serve myself a fine time when it's late at night. But when the lovers share the lullabies irritate you, the happiness makes me wanna cry. Sometimes fixing yourself is so impossible, so you lie like you lie to everybody else. You're laughing 'cause you're coming first at the finish line. Darling, you'll be shedding many a tear when I take a slice. I get a slice of you. Face with the mind. You took my pride and you kept it yourself. I know all your little weak spots, 'cause they're hidden in plain sight, just like my heart. Irritate you. The happiness makes me wanna cry sometimes. Fixing yourself is so damn impossible, so you lie and you keep on lying to yourself. You're laughing 'cause you're coming first at the finish line. A slice, I get a slice of you. I get a slice, I get a slice, I get a slice.
Cool.
to the floorboard. And how long is it supposed to be like this? I'm just kicking the dust under the rug. I've been looking out my window, been trying to get used to this, but I don't see what's happening in the distance. But you won't find your answers unless you search for something more. How am I supposed to keep on living when we're always getting by on a lie? And how am I supposed to face my future when it's dangling down by a wire? And now I'm searching for a river, so I don't have to go too far to save myself when I'm running dry. But I can't see what I'm fighting, so now I'm starting to believe I'm giving in. So hold on to me, 'cause I can't see what's going on. I can't feel my fingers. Ooh, oh, my pulse is gone. Take it away, Alex. So how long am I supposed to feel like this? I'm just digging my heels into the floorboards. And how long is it supposed to be like this? Should I lean back into the unknown? Oh, the
Lauren Frihauf here on KRFC's Live at Lunch. I'm going to introduce the band, and Lauren Frihauf, of course, on vocals, keyboards, and guitar. Alec Wenzel on lead guitar, and BK on drums, our frequent flyer here. Callum Bear on bass. And that was gorgeous. You know, we're familiar with your EP, Latonia, that you released here last year, and we played it quite a bit on KRFC and still are. And the stuff you're playing now is a little more jazzier, little kind of some jazz influences, almost some Joni Mitchell type feel to it. I don't know. Are you influenced by jazz?
Yeah, I have a really big appreciation for jazz and neo soul music. Joni is one of the big ones.
Yeah, that's coming through. So how did a girl who lives in Thornton now but grew up on the eastern plains of Colorado, how did you get into music? There's not a hotbed of musical activity happening out there in the prairie.
What do you mean? Yeah, I guess it's just me. But I started taking private lessons when I was, very, very small.
Piano?
Yeah, piano is what I started with. Vocals when I was 11. And then when I was 13, I enrolled in School of Rock in Aurora. So we were driving like an hour and a half twice a week to get up there. But that's where I got the bulk of my performance experience and just like singing and all trying out different genres. Yeah.
When you were growing up out there, what got you into music? Was it the radio? Was your family musical? Did you have a mentor in high school? Or you just decided, I like music and that's it, and I'm going to be a musician?
I've always had such a big love for music. My dad played a lot of the classics all the time. My mom played a lot of Fiona Apple, Tori Amos, lots of cool artists. And my brothers actually played instruments. My brother Nathan played guitar, Losha was piano, and I thought they were really cool, so I wanted to
emulate
do it
your
too.
big brothers, huh?
Yeah. So that's what got me into it.
Are you the youngest in the family?
I am. Yeah.
All right.
By far.
There you go. Well, that's great that you had that support. Our listeners might recognize Lauren from season 19 of NBC's The Voice, where you made it onto the knockout rounds with teams Gwen and Legend. How did that come about?
That was a really wild experience.
Yeah.
But I auditioned in 2019.
In what town did they have you go to?
So I actually went to Nashville with my mom for the producer rounds, and then, you don't hear back for a while. We got the call after COVID had, happened, and we were very much in the trenches with all that. And they were still going to do the show. So they flew us out to LA summer of 2020, and we were in a hotel room recording all the episodes.
How long did that take?
We were there for 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say weeks, months, huh?
Months, yeah.
Wow.
It was a long time.
They put you up, but
Yep.
no, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your mom probably enjoyed the vacation, but
Yeah.
what was it like meeting Gwen and obviously John Legend and all that?
It was really surreal. I mean, due to social distancing and stuff, meeting was kind of like
I forgot that was during COVID, wasn't it?
Yeah. So the closest I got was 6 feet. But
couldn't give him a hug or anything.
No, couldn't give him a hug. Gwen did, she had a shirt gun, and she gave me my Team Gwen t-shirt that way.
Here, have this, ka-ching, huh?
And I didn't catch it, but yeah, it was crazy though. They're super super nice, and had a lot of wisdom for the short time I got to spend with them.
I was just going to ask that. Is it like you see on television? Are they really imparting wisdom and knowledge and helping you build a career? And then, even with the knockout rounds and stuff, are they doing things to maybe help you get into the music industry and the business? And
No.
they are? Okay, everybody who watches, of course, is super curious about that.
Yeah, so not really in my experience anyway. The wisdom I got was really just validation to keep going in my artistry and, stay authentic to who I am. That was really cool, and I got that from both coaches. But it's pretty much, it's kind of what you see on TV. They do a lot of editing. You get about, an hour each with the coaches. And
did the show open any doors for you?
I think it opened a lot of different live gigs locally, and it's definitely something I can have on the portfolio, yeah. Which is nice. I think the biggest thing I got out of it though was meeting the other artists. That was huge, just connecting and making friends.
Do you still keep those connections?
Yeah, especially my battle partner, Paige Turner. Yeah,
All
we're
right.
tight.
Excellent. Well, let's hear some more. What would you like to play next?
Next, we're going to play a song called Fragments of a Stranger. This is actually going to be on the new record.
And what's the title of the new record?
Shadows in the Soul Machine.
All right.
Yeah.
Lauren Frihauf here on KRFC's Live at Lunch.
How did I ever come to this? I got so comfortable being defenseless. Now I'm just another shadow in the soul machine. I had to fight my own mind to beat dishonesty when I can't even spell out my own truth. And oh, my freedom, what did you turn into? So careful with the crowd, I don't know who. I'm looking at what I see, the fragment of a stranger with no self-esteem. I tried so hard to convince him I was complete, and I guess I've succeeded, 'cause all my fear, what if I turned into? Oh, so careless with myself, I look so much like you. So restore me. Oh, restore me. Oh, restore me now, yeah. Oh, restore me now. Ooh, and all my freedom, what did you turn into? Oh, so careful with the crowd, I don't know. Ooh, and all my fear, what if I turned into? Oh, so careless with myself, I look so much like So restore me, oh restore me, oh restore me, oh restore me.
Lauren Frihauf here on KRFC's Live at Lunch. I'm going to speak with Alec Wenzel. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Great. There you go. Illinois man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And you found your way out to Colorado because you went to DU
Yeah.
for a jazz music degree. Mm-hmm. Loved Colorado, apparently, and like most people who come out here for school, end up staying, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Were you always into music growing up?
Yeah. I started like very young with choirs, and then like about 11, 12, I started playing the guitar and just really loved it and stuck with it.
Now, you sang in choirs?
Yeah.
Okay. And how come you don't sing anymore?
Because I got really focused on the guitar in college, and you know, you get out of practice and you sort of don't pay as much attention
Lose your
to the
vocal
facility.
chops, huh?
Yeah, you know.
Mm-hmm. What were you listening to growing up?
I was listening to a lot of like 60s and 70s rock, and then like John Mayer. So it was like Buddy Guy and Jimi Hendrix and Eric Clapton and then like John Mayer. It was like my bridge to getting out of just that. I was like allowed to like other things.
Well, now, you grew up just north of Chicago area, and you weren't influenced by the blues much, apparently.
Well, I
Other
mean,
than-
that was always a big part of it, you know, but like I said, Buddy Guy is really like my favorite of those links there.
Good. Well, and Clapton, of course, and Hendrix.
Oh, sure,
Their blues.
yeah.
And got an interesting guitar there, a little mix between, looks like a Fender body, Strat body, but not BC Rich, but a
Paul Reed Smith.
Paul
Yeah.
Reed Smith. I'll get it out here, neck and everything, but it is what the John Mayer edition
Yeah,
there?
it is. I mean, I didn't buy it because of that. I bought it because it was a great guitar, but it's just funny when people you like, you check out what they make and you're like, oh, that falls very in line with my influences and what I like, and it felt good. It's always fun to play it.
All right, and you're you have played with some locals here, additional bands and stuff, but they're kind of on hiatus or doing their own thing now. You all have worked here with Lauren on her newest album, I assume, and you got a little bit of music in there that is getting mastered and edited and in production, right?
Yeah.
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 When do you think the release date is?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know. Hopefully in the next year. That's I think so.
That far out, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe like we'll say 6 months.
All right.
Hopefully.
Are you doing anything in addition to the band right now that you'd like to share with listeners?
Nothing original on the horizon, but I'm always gigging and playing with people. You know, like love doing that and being a session musician. So
Yeah. And is that what you're doing for a living now, session musician?
yeah, it's a combination of like, you know, event bands and corporate events and working with local artists, and I teach like 1 to 2 days a week, and so it's all over the place.
Guitar 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the way musicians have to be these days, I assume. Well, Lauren, I was going to ask you real quick too. You were on the NPR's Tiny Desk Top Shelf.
Yeah.
How'd that come about? Did you just go in and submit yourself? They contact you? How's that work?
I just submitted a video. It was actually Fragments of a Stranger. That was my entry. And I got an email saying, oh, hey, you're actually going to be featured in our Entries We Love article. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And then a few weeks go by and they said I made Top Shelf. And I guess that's like top 16. So that was pretty rad.
Yeah. When you think of all the people who probably submit to that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Really cool, though.
All right. The more recognition, the better.
Yeah.
And now you're on Live
Take
at
it.
Lunch.
Yeah.
Well, what are the next two songs you guys going to play for us?
So I think we're going to play Slide and Bus Stop. Those are also on the upcoming record. Yeah.
All right.
We fell into your room, 2:30 a.m. The floor Go back to your city when you get sober. Give me a call tomorrow if you happen to forget something. But I can't be your bus stop, baby. I'm built to be a home. And I don't wanna drive you around anymore. Maybe it's my pride that's making me colder. Or maybe I've just finally come to realize I'm worth so much more than some quarters. 'Cause I can't be your bus stop, baby. I know what I deserve, but still you stand out on my street side asking for a ride to your destination when I'm right here. But if you don't see it, it's time for you to go. 'Cause I don't wanna drive you around anymore. Eyes glued to the road, don't try to sit next to me. You made your choice now, go get in the back seat. Don't curve the conversation to cue in your sorry. You hurt me so bad, I don't forget it. Surely, don't pull your pity card out. Give me the story. I've heard it so many times and I'm tired of listening. To you, my dear. Cause I can't be your bus stop, baby. I'm built. No, I can't be your bus stop, baby. I know, but I'm right here. You still don't see it, so it's best if you go. 'Cause I don't wanna drive you around, drive you around. I don't wanna drive you around anymore.
Lauren Frihauf here on KRFC's Live at Lunch. I'm going to speak with Callum Bear back there on the bass. How you doing, Callum?
I'm doing great. Let me just adjust my camera. Okay. I'm doing good.
Where are you from?
I'm from the East Coast, so Connecticut area, but kind of southern Connecticut. So the tri-state, Jersey, and New York were also kind of family, and where a lot of family were.
All right. What brought you out to Colorado?
I had family that also moved to Colorado, and about 10 years ago, I kind of just made the switch, decided to come out here, and I've loved it ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or where are you living at here in Denver?
Yep, just in Arvada. So for anybody outside of the metro, I would say Arvada. But once we get in, then I'll be specific.
Metro
about it.
Denver.
Exactly. Yeah.
So were you always into the bass?
I'm actually primarily a guitar player.
Are you?
And bass just kind of came about because it's what people need a lot of the time. So
You can always get a job when you're a bass player or a drummer. The rhythm section.
exactly, yeah. And it's fun. I describe it as you have a little more responsibility sometimes. Not in this. We all take responsibility in this band, but there's other situations where it's like you have to be right a lot. And I like the freeformness of guitar.
Did you come from a musical family or?
Music appreciation, I think, mainly. So, I grew up on a lot of my parents' records. They liked a lot of the classic 60s stuff and Joni Mitchell and the classic rock stuff. But I think once I was like middle school age or 13, I really started to dive into like what I liked as a sound. That's where music just became.
And that is?
Well, Jimi Hendrix was probably the starting point.
I'm starting to hear a focal point here with Hendrix.
Yeah. I mean, and it's really interesting because he... Basically, I think it was like I asked somebody at school, like, who's the best guitar player? And they're like, oh, well, this Rolling Stone, magazine, they have the 100 best, and he's the top. And I was like, okay. And like, I just remember the first time listening to it, I listened to like, obviously like Voodoo Child, some of that stuff, and I was like, okay. The screaming and all of that, obviously, it's very evocative, and it makes me feel something. But also the kind of more chordal sounds that he gets on like Angel, I was like, I've never heard anything like this. And that's kind of what started my relationship and love of harmony. And yeah I've always kind of seen him as the father of a lot of the things that I do, even if I'm like, yeah, this has nothing to do with Jimi Hendrix. He's in some way connected to that.
Are you playing in other bands in addition to Lauren's band here?
I am. Like these guys, it's a, kind of hired gun city. So I do a lot of that stuff, but I play in one group called Same Cloth.
Same cloth?
Same cloth. We're all
cloth.
cut from the same cloth. That's the.
What type of music is that?
It's like a mixture of jazz, R&B, gospel, and it's led by her name's Jo Fokey. She's a I don't want to say Denver legend because that makes it seem like she's old, but she comes from Denver Legends and is very much a part of the living history of Denver. So it's her group, and we have a residency at Dazzle, the jazz club.
Oh, what night?
We play every last Saturday of every month. Until we break up, I guess. Which we all like each other, so.
Dazzle. Yeah. Speaking of shows, Lauren, do you have any upcoming shows here?
I do. I'll actually be playing a solo show at Swallow Hill Music on August 18th, opening up for AJ Fullerton.
Oh, AJ, what a wonderful guy.
Yeah, he's
we
amazing.
love him here. He's a friend and a buddy.
Yep.
Yeah, well, really good guy. He's back in town. That's nice to see. That's the big one. Anything beyond that?
I think we have some shows at the Orchid in September and October.
Where's the Orchid at?
I don't know yet.
In Metro Denver someplace?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have to Google it.
I
Yep.
could speak. It's down the street. It's on where Auraria turns into Market Street, right downtown, across from Spear.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you, BK.
Yes.
Yeah, I have no idea where it was at. Yeah, well, as a band, how is the songwriting going on? Lauren, are you bringing fully finished product to these guys and saying, help me out here, or is everybody doing a little bit of input? Or what's going on with the sound of the band here?
Well, for this project, I actually had, this last album, it was actually a lot of different players before I finally reached this configuration, and I'm so grateful to be. This is the best by far.
We're grateful too. I speak on behalf of the boys.
So far, it's been me writing a song and then bringing it to my producer, Andy Sitto.
Oh,
He kind of helps round some stuff out, talk about, how we want it to be sonically, what elements we want to add, and then these guys kind of add their own flair and
ambiance,
flavor,
huh?
and it sounds so sick. I think you're the only one who's on every song on the album consistently so far. He was the first one I found. Yeah. But, next album, it's It's only these guys.
Again, what's that new song title? New album title?
Shadows in the Soul Machine.
So people can be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
And what's the best place for people to get information about you, upcoming shows, maybe obtain your music, swag, whatever it might be?
Instagram is kind of my main platform, but you can find me on Facebook and all the things. And
do you have a particular site where you prefer people, if they wanted to obtain your music, go to? It's best for you.
If you want to listen to my actual tracks, I would say YouTube and Spotify, Apple Music. Those are great places to find it. I post a lot of videos on YouTube.
That's LAURENFRIHAUF for
Yes.
people who are listening.
Yeah.
Before we get back into the next tune, I'll speak with BK back there on the drums. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
Good. Now, we
Good.
all know, if anybody is a regular viewer of Live at Lunch and listener, they know that you have been in here with multiple bands.
That's true.
And my question to you, you're in Boulder?
I'm from Boulder, but I'm in Thornton now.
That's right. I was
as
trying to
well.
remember. Thornton. Okay.
Yep.
Thornton.
Thornton.
I want to say that right. And how do you get connected with all these different bands? Honestly, think about it. I mean, it's a pretty big swath genre of musicians and stuff. How you get in it all?
So I went to school for jazz at CU Boulder, and things. It's kind of a domino effect type of thing. As you meet people, I met people in school, and then when I was in school, I met people outside of school who were just kind of gigging, and everybody knows somebody. So like the jazz school connection, Alec. Andy Sitto, who Lauren mentioned as being her producer, Alec had known me through the jazz universe and recommended me to Andy to do a tour with him. So I did a tour with Andy. This is probably 6 years ago. And then Andy knew me, and he called me for the recording sessions with Lauren. And then it was, and then eventually it was funny because we all ended up in the same. This was, through the course of like 2017, between 2017 and like last year. So it's really interesting how those connections develop over time. And like Andy had met you, and you were in like
I was 14.
14. That's crazy. Yeah.
Just a couple of years ago.
yeah, really. So it's interesting how these things all work, and so in that case, that's how I was introduced to Lauren. But it is that kind of thing where people,
The network of musicianship, huh?
Yeah, it's really cool. I feel like I've benefited from that a lot, but we all have, and it's something about Denver. The community is, even between genres, as you say, it's a large swath of genres, but there's still kind of this tight-knit community across styles.
Everybody helping everybody else out and grabbing you to play.
And as someone who loves...
Got you on speed dial.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe. I don't think is that even a thing? Everything's speed dial now.
Yeah,
you just put
isn't
someone
it?
there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, just, and I love playing a lot of different types of music, so it comes like very positively to me. I would say natural. It's not natural. I worked a lot on different stuff, but it's something that really speaks to me. Like, it feeds my soul. So
why don't you tell a few of the artists that you've been playing with recently?
So recently I've been playing and did a thing actually on KRFC a few months back with Megan Burt, and Lauren has started singing harmonies with Megan. So
that's great. Well, she's a wonderful artist too.
And then also with Kayla Marquis.
Yeah.
We're doing a set at UMS tomorrow.
Yeah, so
tomorrow
I just
with
saw,
Kayla and
just
E-Man.
saw that.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. I'm with the band called Many Colors, and we do like instrumental kind of neo soul jazz type stuff, and then a lot of other like freelance jazz gigs at Nocturne, Dazzle, places like that. So that's kind of like the core of what I've been doing recently. But yeah, always new things coming up.
Are you playing a Dazzle with Callum here?
No, but we have
Later in the year, we
Yeah.
are together.
Yeah, we are.
With
with Monique.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my.
It's like 2 months.
So many gigs you can't even
So
remember.
we're,
them all.
and that's
Yeah.
how it's a long story. The great violin player Monique Brooks Roberts, who's an incredible voice on the instrument. But that's how I met Callum, was playing with her, and then I brought him in to Lauren's band. So you can edit this all for clarity if you need.
It's interesting, and it also turns us on to the Denver music scene, the musicians
There's a
and
lot
stuff
going
that we
on.
may not, our listeners may not know about, and yeah, we can grab them, get them on Live at Lunch in the future.
Yeah, no, for sure.
What are the next two you want to play for us? Or actually, the next one, I should say.
Next one. Is it?
Change your mind.
We're playing Change Your Mind next.
And that's on the new album.
Yes.
Wonderful.
It is.
All right. Lauren Frihauf here on KRFC's Live at Lunch.
There we go. I miss the way things used to be. You didn't get this angry when I'd ask how you were feeling. You're losing your touch, so you're throwing it back at my face. And I guess I'm to blame. When I never asked for nothing, and you didn't want to do nothing to save this, but I never asked you to change your mind. I miss the way it used to feel, but we're caught down in the past tense, and I can't relive this. You throw me around and I fall back down to the floor, and that's where I stay, so I'm not in your way. When I never asked for nothing, and you didn't want to stop this from caving in, but I never asked you to change your mind. When I never asked for nothing, you didn't want to stop us from caving in, but I never asked you to change your mind. Change your mind. I miss the way things used to be.
Lauren Frihauf here on KRFC's Live at Lunch. I'd like to thank our crew today. On the audio, we have Colton Boening and Dan Perez, who are doing a fantastic job. And of course, the video production of Eric Delano and Jeremy Smith, who always do a fantastic job as well. Thank you guys very much. Couldn't do it without you. And I'd like to remind our listeners and viewers for Live at Lunch that you can always go to KRFC's RadioVision YouTube channel and view all the past and, of course, future Live at Lunch episodes. When you go to the page, there's a small subscribe button, and when you subscribe, it'll send you a notification each week of who's going to be playing that week. So help out the musicians and be a part of KRC by subscribing to our YouTube channel. thank you guys for coming in today. Appreciate it. No one likes getting up early and driving on I-25, which is usually a nightmare. I don't think the construction is ever going to end in our lifetime, but hopefully sometime it will. Was there anything that we didn't touch base on, guys, today that maybe you'd like to bring up? Do you remember a show coming up, or remind people to maybe possibly check out a site? No? We've got it. We hit it all?
So I think we got it all.
Okay. Well, thanks. It's been wonderful. Love the sound today. It was gorgeous, like I said. And, hopefully you guys find success here soon, and all that stuff that you did on the voice catches up and and makes y'all big stars. What are you going to leave us out with?
Well, I think we're going to play... also, do we have one or two? Two. Okay, yeah. So we're going to play one more from the upcoming album. And we're going to end on a song that was released a little over a year ago. It's on the Latona EP, June. So.
And I did want to ask you, what's the significance of Latona that you named it?
So when I was, in high school and I was looking for a band name, I was in a duo.
Mm-hmm.
It was me and Ben Suyat, and
great guitarist.
Yeah, he's a very good guitar player, and yeah, we were forming a duo, and I was just looking up. I'm really into Greek mythology, and Roman, and I found this goddess Latona. Her other name is Leto, and I was like, that sounds like a cool name that I haven't heard before, so we're going with that.
Gonna grab it.
And so that's the story behind the Latona EP. All the songs are names because I thought that would be fun too.
Concept album.
Yep.
EP.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, thanks again, guys, for coming up and joining us today, and you'll lead us out with your music.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks.
just over the lookout. It caught me after a night when I wasn't sleeping. And even though I couldn't quite pinpoint her position, I knew that she'd come back with the breeze. When your wind calls, I won't come crawling like I did. The sun crept up the hallway, peering back into my kitchen. I felt her there, but my eyes were too burned to see her. With broken ribs and blurry vision, I was barely breathing, but I knew down in my heart that I was free. I never thought I'd be the one to fall is not your. This is not your. All right, let's tune it up. Let's do it. She is my chains. She speaks in words unspeakable, weighing them heavy on my brain. She'll have her way. I use her jealousy and flash it up round like it's a weapon free. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When I could be better off if I wasn't standing under these skies, burning in glowing eyes that I just can't see myself walking away. Yeah. She's the voice inside of my head.
Thank you for listening to Live at Lunch, and thank you to the Music District here in the heart of Fort Collins, Colorado. Live at Lunch is produced by KRFC 88.9 FM in the Ginger and Baker studio. If you'd like to appear on Live at Lunch, email our music director, David Vacek, at david@krfcfm.org.